Personally, I am part of the leadership team for the company, so when I'm in the office, I'm pretty much geared towards the long-term aspects of the company as opposed to my daily project advising, which is short-term, job to job. But when it comes to physically doing the jobs, always check in with the project management team, check in on the crew, making sure that the details are correct, pointing out any issue spots, anything that can be foreseen as something we need to really hone in on and make sure the job's completed within a timely fashion. Rob is one of the best guys I think I've ever worked with. But personally, I mean, we get along. We're open. We're able to be open and honest with each other. We have a fantastic relationship. It's not always about work. Just the other day, we were talking about buying earrings for our wives for Christmas, actually. So Rob is just, not only is he an important part of the team, he really fits it as well, and him and I, we get along. We have the same mentality, the same demeanor for the most part, I think. We've just kicked it off from the get-go. My family life, my wife Beth Ann, and I have 2 boys. They're completely different, but Jordan's now 5.5 and William's 2.5. Jordan is he's an assistant project advisor for Big Fish, I'd say. He's big into working on design, looking at measurements, pointing out different roofs. The team at Big Fish knows Jordan very well, actually. It's a pretty cool thing to see. Because of that, if you step back, Big Fish is just a family-oriented place. Even when it comes to our customers, they're part of the Big Fish family at the end of the day. And that's really important. Again, that sets us apart in the industry we're obviously in. My day starts with saying bye to the kids, saying bye to the wife. Everything I do is because of my family. Every sale that I make, every customer contact I make, every job I'm involved in, at the end of the day is because of my wife and my kids. So it's very, very important to me, and I'm very satisfied that I work for a place that really comforts that and brings that in and knows that it's a very important thing. End of the day, my thrill is the customer satisfaction that comes with the Big Fish experience. We're not like any other roofing contractor, siding contractor in the Pittsburgh market. We really make sure we do a fantastic job with the customer service end of things. So end of the day, when I either get a sale or I get a new client that signs on with Big Fish, I know it's for the right reason. Not just because they want a roof, not just because they want a job done, but they truly understand and want to work with a professional company. We always ask that they leave a 5-star review. We are, I believe at this point, with 400 5-star Google reviews, one of the best in Pittsburgh. We've learned to communicate better with each other doing a lot of these exercises. And again, the exercises aren't fluff, right? They're not something you just kind of sit through and kind of, okay, well, you know, Frank is this and Mark is that, and no, we truly learn about each other. And it's very important, again, when you get back to the culture and being successful, knowing how to communicate with each other, knowing the trigger points for different people and the different aspects of the company is really important.
Marc Kania, he has the desire to get better, and he has the work ethic to do it. He works very hard, he works very long hours, and he has the potential to become a great leader in the sales team. He exceeds expectations because, well, he does things that it's not even in his wheelhouse. He'll go tarp a roof, not because to get the sale, but to help a customer out.
He's been kind of a rock star salesman here. The guy just knows how to get it done, and he's always willing to, you know, spread that information around to everyone else, trying to make everyone else better around him.
He is very driven. You know, I think that helps when you have a family. He's got 2 young boys. He wants to show them what it means to work hard. With working hard, he also works really smart. So if you combine those 2 things together is what creates massive success for him, and he's been doing a great job for us.
Ben's done a lot for me just in general. We go way back before I even worked for Big Fish, and when he was just starting to come about in the roofing industry here. And I met him back at South Hills Country Club when I worked there. He was a newer member, really good guy. We kind of kicked it off just at the club there, when I was working. He's helped me out a lot. He's given me a lot of advice, taught me a lot of things. I've just learned from him throughout the many years that I've known him already so far.
He reaches out to me before I even have questions a lot of the time, just to make sure I know what's going on. He's always available to help and has just really been there for me to kind of lead me through this.
One day, he was doing 2 roofs, and we were doing them in a neighborhood. And I pulled in midday, I had some calls in the morning, and I go, and here's Mark has the back of his truck open, and the 2 neighbors that we weren't doing their homes, are on the back, and he's showing them shingles. We ended up selling those 2 roofs. From right then, I said, Mark, you got to get the work boots off. You got to start going in. You got to start talking to customers and selling because you're a natural at this. From there, now he's become our top salesman, and I'd love to see him grow as a salesman. He's definitely will. He's now taken on a leadership role, and the future of this company will rely heavily on Mark, and we're very fortunate to have him.
I was trying to get out of that industry and into something, right? Something other than food and beverage, just because it was so tough on the family life. And just because I knew Ben from the country club, and I moved on from the club since that point, but at another fine dining restaurant. But I saw one day simply that Ben was looking for help, and it was on Facebook, I believe, and we had been in contact, shoot each other messages every once in a while, and I messaged him. I said, hey man, I'll do, what do you need help with? I'll do anything. I'll answer the phone. I'll go get material, anything. Didn't know anything about roofing at the time, or the industry in general, I guess. But he responded and he said, yeah, let's talk. Let's figure it out. And here I am today.
Working with Mark, he is very calm in stressful situations. He can take a very stressful situation and break it down to something so simple where you can kind of like, after done talking with Mark, go, oh, okay. Mark is very willing to help others when they need to. He is, when we need a favor, Mark is willing to help out. If we need something on a Saturday or something like that, Mark's willing to help out. He does go above and beyond to help anyone out here in the company. Him and I started together, so him and I kind of have a special bond together. So Mark is an awesome employee, awesome friend, and always willing to help out Mark anytime he needs help.
I knew he'd be good at what he was doing. He's got a drive, he's enthusiastic, and he's a runner, so to speak. He wants to keep moving and keep shaking, and he's done a great job.
We're trying to build a company and a culture that isn't just selling roofs and running through jobs, making money, and being done. The point of what we're trying to do is way bigger than that. And it's on a way broader scale too. It's for the long term, it's not for the short term. And we talk about the Big Fish experience. The Big Fish experience is basically everything but roofing. It's all about the customer service, helping one another, going back to our core values, doing the right thing. At the end of the day, whenever we concentrate on the Big Fish experience and the culture here at the Big Fish Contracting Company, we'll be in it for the long run, and we'll be very successul moving forward with it.
When I was in sales, Mark was that guy. He's always there to lend a helping hand. He moves, him and Dave both, they both move at 100 miles an hour, but when you need him to slow down and come be a helping hand, he's always there for you.
He is an amazing asset to the company and really to all of the employees here. He goes above and beyond. He's even going out this Saturday to put a tarp on somebody's roof on his day off, first thing in the morning, just to give them peace of mind and make sure that they don't have further damage inside of their home, because they were extremely worried about it. But he is willing to put in the time and do really whatever it takes to get the job done, to make sure that the customers are happy, as well as to support his fellow project advisors and anybody on the team he's willing to go the extra mile for.